surprised.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs. We're hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's Zeke Elliott's Cowboys going up against Rod Kelly's Redskins.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Cousins now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a handoff for Drake. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Prescott on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Flush to his right. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. As we saw in his rookie year, Dak not afraid to run with it. And he did there to pick up the first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A first down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here's Elliott, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
For Cowboys fans, I think that's a sight for their sore eyes because in 2016, they didn't see as much of this as they expected from Dez Bryant. Had some injuries and, of course, the emergence of Ezekiel Elliott.
Right, so under 800 yards last year. Bryant expects to be over 1,000 every season.
Every season, and expects every ball to be thrown to him.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Durant from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Second down, Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. A handoff out of the pistol, it's Drake. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. working out of the gun. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So on 4th down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from 53. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense.
And get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. To throw is Prescott, sliding out of the pocket. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Crowder now to return. Oh, a nice spin. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come later tonight. It's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st down, Drake. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, James Hanna. And it's second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down. Here's Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Cousins again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Fresh set of downs here. the give. This is Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Cousins on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A give running right, Drake. And some room to maneuver. He won't go down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
But for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets into the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Lucky 48.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Now Drake. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and goal for Cousins. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Prescott looks to throw on first. Steps away to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. first down. Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go to Elliott again. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Now Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And Reed with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run with Drake. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Redskins on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunist. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A first down throw for Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Running, it's Drake. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They put it in the hands of Dez on the end around. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
What stands to reason it gives Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Last year, led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second-place David Johnson.
Now, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to go deep for Beasley. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On the counter, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. To throw, Cousins. And that's complete to Brian Quick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Cousins completes it to Quick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The backup, Rob Kelly. his first carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. So they're going to go for 2. Now Cousins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Prescott on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Des.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. Witten brushes him aside. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
10 yards still left on second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, Cousins. It's complete to Drake. A gain of 11 and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A second down throw for Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Cousins on first down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Jordan Lewis, the rookie out of Michigan, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing. Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. 20. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the I. Prescott to throw it. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, here's Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Cousins, and Reed with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. They've gone to the fourth up in Seattle, and the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cowboys, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things.